Today's lesson, we are going to review distributive property. All right, distributive property is basically just saying multiplication. So when I write A and then parentheses B plus C, that means I want you to multiply A by everything that's in the parentheses. So typically we teach our students to draw these little, I call them rainbows, and that means multiplication. So this is meant to be read as A times B. So we would just write AB in this case because I don't know what A and B are. Then you need to copy the sign that's in the parenthesis, and then you need to draw another rainbow from A to C. So A times C is AC. It can also work backwards. I don't have to put the A in front. I could put it in the back. So I'd still do the same thing. It's just kind of like I draw my rainbows backwards. So I'm still going to do A times B, and that's still AB or BA. The order doesn't matter. Copy the plus, and then draw my second rainbow, A times C or C times A, however you want to say it. And it's pretty much the same thing. If you have a minus sign, the only difference is you write minus instead of plus. So we would do A times B, copy the minus sign, and then A times C. And it works the same way backwards, so we just draw rainbows backwards. A times B comes first, copy the minus sign, and then A times C. And that's it. That's about how it works. So we're going to go ahead and do a bunch of practice problems and make sure we feel really good about that. So 3 times x plus y is the same thing as saying 3 times x, and that's just 3x. We copy the plus, and then we do 3 times y, and that's just 3y, and we're done, right? We cannot add them together. The rule is they have to have the same letters. This has a y and that has an x, so they cannot go together. We just leave it alone. If you ever see either some kids say a minus or a negative in front of the parentheses, what you want to do is slip a little 1 in there. That's really what they mean. So that when you see this, they actually mean -1 and then parentheses p plus 3. So we're going to do -1 times p, and that's just -1p. We're going to copy the plus sign, and then we're going to do it again. -1 times 3, and that's just -3. Now you're not going to see me write this on an answer key. You're not going to see this on a multiple choice test. We don't have to write the 1, and we could just drop the plus and change the negative into a minus sign. So they're going to write their answer like this. These are the exact same thing. It's just this is considered a little bit more sophisticated. All right, let's do it again. So we're going to do -2 times A. That's just -2A. Copy the plus. -2 times C. And that's just -2C. Again, your textbooks and all that, they won't write plus negative. They'll just lose the plus and turn the negative into a minus sign. So same answer, just different formats. Let's go backwards. 2 times H, 2H. Copy the minus. 2 times 4, 8. There's nothing more we can do with that. We leave it alone. -4 times 5, -20. Copy the minus sign. -4 times y is -4y. So I should see a minus and a negative. And yes, we are going to change that into plus, plus. Right? When we see minus, minus, we can change it to plus, plus. And if we clean that up just a little bit, we never really need to write 2 plus signs. We can just make it 1 plus sign. So this is my answer. All right, we'll go backwards one more time. Negative 6 times w, negative 6w. Copy the plus. Negative 6 times 3, negative 18. Don't really need to write plus negative ever, so let's lose the plus and move that negative into a minus roll. So negative 6w minus 18, that's the more sophisticated way of writing the answer. One important note, right? These are almost identical. Obviously, this minus 3 is in parentheses in the second one. So these are different problems, okay? The first one is pronounced minus 3, and the second one is pronounced negative 3. If it's negative 3, you can distribute. If it says minus 3, you cannot distribute. So we want to be careful with that. In our next video, we'll go ahead and review on how to combine like terms, and then we'll do some practice with distributing and combining like terms. So when you're ready, leave this video, go in and open the next one.